Bangladesh, a land of bright colors, busy cities, and the constant sound of sewing machines. For many years, the clothing industry has been the most important part of this country, a symbol of hope and opportunity. Think about this. Over 80% of the money Bangladesh makes from selling things to other countries comes from clothes. That's right, 80%. This industry isn't just about clothes, it's about jobs, about feeding millions of people. Imagine rows and rows of sewing machines, quick fingers turning fabric into clothes. Millions of people in Bangladesh, mostly women, rely on this industry. From the factory to the ships, the clothing industry powers Bangladesh's economy. It shows how hardworking and tough the people of Bangladesh are. But this powerful industry, this symbol of Bangladeshi pride, is in trouble. Political problems, natural disasters, and changes in the world are creating problems for the industry's future. The future is uncertain, full of challenges that could undo years of progress. A lot is at stake, not just for Bangladesh, but for the global fashion industry. The world is watching, waiting to see if Bangladesh's clothing industry can survive these difficulties and become even stronger. August 5, 2024. A day many Bangladeshis will remember. It was a huge change in the country's politics. Protests against the government, fueled by worries about the economy and social unrest, happened all over the country. The streets, usually busy with everyday life, became places of protest. The biggest part of this political earthquake was when Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned, a leader who had been in charge of Bangladesh for over 10 years. Her leaving for India created a power vacuum, causing uncertainty and fear. The garment industry, already dealing with rising costs and competition from other countries, was caught in the middle of this political mess. For 2 long months, protests about quotas affected the whole country. Curfews became common, disrupting daily life and messing up the garment industry's production schedules. Violence broke out in some places, making things even worse. Factories, once busy with work, became quiet, as fear and uncertainty spread. The temporary government, led by Nobel Prize winner Muhammad Yunus, took over a country on edge, its economy in trouble. While Yunus tried to make things stable again, the garment industry, the heart of the country's economy, had already been hurt badly. The political problems of August 2024 showed how vulnerable the industry was, how much it needed a stable government to survive. It's hard to measure the human cost of political unrest, the broken dreams and lost chances. But for Bangladesh's garment industry, the economic damage was clear, a harsh list of losses and closures. The BGMEA, the group that represents garment makers and exporters, showed a grim picture. TK 6,400 crore, about Rs 4,500 crore, disappeared, the cost of factory closures and disrupted production. Imagine factories once full of people, now silent and empty. Machines usually busy, now still, showing how bad things are. Production went down, 15 to 20% less than the year before. The hopeful goal of exporting $45 billion worth of clothes in 2024 seemed impossible now, replaced by missed deadlines and cancelled orders. The numbers told a scary story. Almost 800 to 900 garment factories, out of about 3,000, closed since 2023. Each closure meant not just a financial loss, but lost jobs and broken dreams. The Bangladesh Textile Mills Association, another important industry group, predicted losses of $58 million. Investors, once excited about the industry, lost confidence. The political trouble created a chain reaction, hurting the industry's supply chains. Small and medium-sized factories already struggling were hit the hardest. The economic damage from the political unrest showed how fragile the industry was, how much it needed a stable and predictable situation to succeed. Section 4. When it rains it pours. The terrible 2024 floods. As if the political problems weren't enough, Bangladesh faced another disaster. The monsoon season of 2024, usually a time of new growth and hope, brought terrible floods. Heavy rains hit the country, turning rivers into dangerous floods and covering entire villages. The floods, some of the worst in recent times, destroyed Bangladesh's infrastructure, including the roads and railways that connect its garment factories to the rest of the world. Imagine roads, usually full of trucks carrying important goods, turned into muddy swamps, impossible to drive on. The Chattogram port, Bangladesh's main connection to the world, the way its garment exports are shipped, was shut down. Shipping containers, full of clothes meant for stores around the world, piled up on the docks, at risk of being damaged. The floods made the garment industry's problems even worse, adding more difficulty to an already bad situation. Shipping delays became common, hurting the industry's reputation and making buyers look for other suppliers. Factories, already struggling to meet deadlines because of the political unrest, faced an impossible task. Some tried desperate measures, using airplanes to ship their goods, a very expensive option that made their small profits even smaller. Others made their workers work extra long hours, trying to catch up on lost time. The 2024 floods showed how vulnerable